My name is DeMarcus Miller and I'm a producer. I love making beats and it's truly what gets me going from day to day. I love making beats and find myself doing it daily. Yes, I smoke weed, but it's what helps me stay in the vibing mode. I use Fruity Loops and Reason to create my beats, and I get so much attention with these beats. The attention I get from my beats motivates me even more to keep going and perfect my craft. It's not just about making music, it's about creating something that resonates with people. Whether it's the vibe, the melody, or the rhythm, there's something about how the beats connect that keeps me going. The journey is exciting, and every day brings new inspiration to explore, mix, and innovate. Every day I wake up with one thing on my mind: making beats. It's the first thing I do in the morning and the last thing I think about before going to sleep. My day usually starts with a vibe, maybe a cup of coffee, a moment to get in the zone, and a new beat idea that I need to bring to life. Sometimes it's inspired by an old record I've been spinning, other times it's a melody I've been dreaming about. Whatever it is, I'm ready to bring it into the world. As I work on the beats, I can feel the rhythm of the day. Some days everything flows smoothly, and other times it takes a little more time to perfect. But each track is a new chance to experiment, push my limits, and try out different sounds. Whether I'm working in Fruity Loops or Reason, I'm always adding my own twist to create something fresh and unique. Along the way, I've met other producers and artists who appreciate my sound. We connect over shared ideas, talk about our techniques, and inspire each other. It's not just about the music, it's about building relationships, learning from one another, and growing together. Some of these people become collaborators, others are just fans who love the vibe I create. But we all share the same passion for music, and it's that energy that keeps me going. I spend hours in my studio tweaking sounds, layering beats, and chasing that perfect vibe. And when a track finally clicks, when everything falls into place, I know it's ready to share with the world. I'm not just making music, I'm making my mark one beat at a time. With every new track, I can feel the momentum building. More people are noticing my work, more friends are reaching out, and it's just the beginning. The more I create, the more I realize how much I've grown. Every beat is a reflection of where I've been and where I'm headed. Some days I still find myself surprised by how far I've come. The process is never easy, but it's always worth it. When I hear my beats playing in someone else's project, or when people hit me up telling me how my music got them through a tough day, I know I'm doing something right. As the connections grow, the opportunities start to follow. People begin asking me to collaborate, whether it's other producers or up-and-coming artists looking for a sound that speaks to them. The best part is, I get to work with people who share the same love for the craft, who aren't just about the fame, but are passionate about making music that feels real. I still remember the first time someone reached out to me about using one of my beats for a project. That moment made everything feel real. It was like a sign that the hours spent honing my skills were paying off. Since then, things just keep building. Each new opportunity feels like a new chapter, a new chance to grow and push my limits even further. But even as things get bigger, I never forget why I started. I make beats because I love it, because it keeps me grounded and inspired. As I move forward, I know there's still so much more to come. There are more beats to make, more people to meet, and more music to share. But every day I remind myself to stay true to the vibe, to the sound that started it all. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how big I get, it's about the music, the energy, and the connections I'm making along the way. One day while I'm vibing in my apartment, I meet this guy named Shooter Sam. He's a rapper who lives in the same building, and I hadn't heard of him before, but something about his energy stood out. He was cool, down to earth, and he just had this confidence about him. We started talking about music and instantly we clicked. He mentioned that he was working on some new stuff and was looking for beats that could bring his sound to life. I wasn't sure what to expect at first, but we decided to link up the next day. When he came over, we started vibing right away. He played me a couple of tracks he'd been working on, and I could tell he had a unique style. Shooter Sam wasn't about the typical mainstream sound. He had this raw, unfiltered energy in his lyrics, something real and personal. I knew right away that I needed to create something special for him, something that would really capture his vibe and set him apart from everyone else. I spent the next few days in the studio, pushing myself to find that one sound that would bring his brand to life. I experimented with different melodies, drum patterns, and samples until I finally hit the right groove. I knew at the moment I heard it, it was the perfect beat to match Shooter Sam's style. There was this dark, atmospheric vibe to it, but it still had a strong pulse, something that made you feel it in your chest. It was that unique sound that would define him, something no one else had. When I played the beat for him, his eyes lit up. He instantly knew it was the one. He started freestyling over it, and I could feel the chemistry between us. This was the start of something special. The way the beat brought out his flow was unreal. It was like the music was meant for him and the track just came together naturally. From that moment we knew we had something. I kept making more beats for Shooter Sam, each one fine-tuning his sound and helping him find his brand. We worked late nights, bouncing ideas back and forth, trying to capture that same energy in every song. It wasn't long before people started noticing. The unique sound we were creating together was something fresh, something that stood out in a sea of the same old, same old. And just like that, our collaboration took off. Jeremy Tubbs is a remarkable individual who is making waves in the world of literature and music. As an author, he's dedicated to creating engaging stories and helping others achieve their dreams. His books are available on platforms like Amazon and bookpals.org, and they are already gaining attention for their insightful content and inspiring messages. Whether it's his expertise in making beats or his ability to craft powerful narratives, Jeremy's work is truly taking over the world. His unique perspective, combined with years of experience, allows him to create stories that resonate with readers and offer practical wisdom for those looking to succeed in the music industry and beyond. Through his books, Jeremy is helping others unlock their potential and build a future filled with creativity and success. Keep an eye out for his growing collection of works. He's on a path to becoming a force to be reckoned with in both the literary and music worlds.